Got your back against the wall, no you know you never had a chance. Should've known better, now you better make other players. There's no going back, gotta let you know in advance. This is Game's Card.
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? This is Joe Grizz from the TeamAPS Worldwide YouTuber channel, and today I am coming at you to show you guys my deck list on Anti-Pendulum Hat. This deck I feel like will be a great control Stunish deck going forward into the 2016 format, post Bosch, which is really what everybody is expecting. Everybody wants to prepare heavily for this meta, this new meta we're gonna have 2016. You know, we're gonna have a great deal. A few months ago, I did an anti-meta deck, based on me believing and others believing that Kozmo was gonna be the sure ringleader for the format, that we're gonna really control the format and really dominate. And then as time progressed, we saw the transition into more pendulum based decks, you know, Pepe, Magicians, Majespecters, Ignites, everything along the sorts, that everybody, you know, just jumped the gun, flew onto the pendulum, and, you know, trained and ran with it. So I figured I'd make a deck that more so benefits the player playing against pendulum decks, which you really want to do. You really want to have a good matchup against pendulum based decks. So I was playing some of my choices, but we'll get into it really quick. First off, for monsters, got one artifact Beagle Tech. You know, one is enough. One more tech, wish we had more of these. 3 Scythe. The 3 Scythe are really, to me, what makes this deck great. You know, the hat deck itself has always been able to contend with the formats, you know, here and there. When it first came out, I thought the deck, since its inception, I thought the deck was really good. But it's been able to transition because it has key components that adjust to certain formats, and you need that in the meta right now. So this itself can stop pendulums. You know, it can stop them from pendulum, from someone from an extra deck. You know, if you play against a rogue deck, it can stop Exceed, Synchros, whatever, anything of the sort. You can't pendulum from the extra deck, you can't fusion summon, you know, and that in itself is very beneficial for the current game and meta. For the hand, I got 2 fire hand and 3 ice hand. I chose to run 3 ice hand because I felt like pendulum decks are more so dominant in the format, so you want to be able to stop pesky back row or pendulums themselves and get them off the board. Plus you can go plus over it because it thins your deck out faster, and you're able to just run through. Plus you can run through monsters. You can play aggressive and on your turn attack through monsters and just start blowing up everything, and it puts them at a disadvantage. And you don't want to play too many fire hands because against matches like Cosmos and things like that, that is still one of the best decks. It's not that good. It's not that good to have fire hand, but it is good against certain rogue matchups that will benefit you for. So, you know, you could play it. You have to play it to play the ice hand. You know, one doesn't fit without the other, but this is the main component of the deck that I wanted to use, was fire hand. I mean ice hand. 1 Thunder King stops your searches. Obviously, you control it, so it doesn't hinder you from using your pots or your Mermails, because that stuff doesn't matter. 2 Nyhmnim, it's just a complement to the Mermail, just to give you some sort of exceed play that you can use and utilize, and that's just what it is. 3 Trap Tricks Mermail searches out your time space trap holes and your bottomless, so you have a few targets for the deck, for the search engine, and it's just really good because time space itself is a really powerful card. Onto spells, we have 3 Artifact Ignition. Ignition just helps you, you know, better positioning yourself with the artifacts. You can pop the pendulum, or you can pop your artifact. It thins your deck out, and it lets you go for better game-breaking plays. 3 Power Duality Consistency. Regeki, just to clear the board when you need it. It's Regeki. For traps, 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance. This card in itself is like the new Vanity's Emptiness. I don't know why it's at 3 still. Like, I'm surprised it's at 3. I figured because they're trying to further promote pendulum based decks so much, they wouldn't give you a card that completely hinders the game of a pendulum player. You know, it completely shuts them down. I didn't think they'd allow us to have that in a meta game still, and it'd be available to us. You know, I guess because not that many copies were made of it, and it's an older card, it hasn't had a recent reprint. I guess that's why they haven't touched it. But if it gets a reprint anytime soon, guaranteed this card's gonna go to 1. Guaranteed, like Vanity did before it. 3 Artifact Sanctum. You know, you have to bring out the artifacts. It helps you. It's a helpful play. If you're playing against something like Kozmos, they can pop it. I mean, but it's not. This deck is not really made to beat Kozmo right now. I mean, you can side into it. You side the Lancias, transition with the Scythes, but it's mostly just to give you the missing combo piece you need at the appropriate time. That's what you want it for, to bring these out and you're able to control the game. 1 Bottomless, 2 Quarter the Haunted, Mermail to pop a back row, pop up Pendulum. Also brings out the Scythe. You have an additional Scythe. You can bring out more attack and bring out the Beako Tech to allow you to pop the artifacts you have set that you weren't able to get rid of. 3 Solemn Notice. This card is retarded. Like, I don't know why this card is like a card when you have like, they have Solemn Warning is at 1. By the way, I don't play Solemn Warning because the life point count in this deck is way too much and way too crucial that to play Solemn Warning and play 3 Scolding and the Time Space Trap Holes. They don't do as much as they should. Actually, I think I should have put Warning in the side deck, possibly. Maybe not. I don't know. But Solemn Notice, you know, obviously, you know, it stops. It's like Fiendish Chain or Divine Wrath plus it's Solemn Warning, you know. So when an effect is activated or summons, like so Pendulums, pay 15, you negate and they destroy them. Like, that is that is just amazing. I don't know what to say about it. This card is just too broken. 2 Storming Mirror Force, you know, puts everything back. Against Kozmos is amazing, but it's mostly good against just getting rid of the field. You want to break the board, and that's what you want to do. Have board breaking cards. Time Space, Pendulums, stops everything. Stops Succeed, stops everything extra deck based. And Van Exempt is. I was gonna cut this actually. I didn't have a 40th card to play. I really didn't have a 40th card, and I didn't know what to play in the deck, you know, as a 40th card. So I just tossed in Vanities. I didn't really want to play this deck card in the main deck. I don't think it's needed in the main deck too much. I really don't. You know, I just don't think it's that good right now. I think it can be sided or cut completely right as of right now for the, you know, current metagame. But I decided to throw it in as a 40th card. It's just there. The side deck, 3 Lancia. You know, the transition obviously. 2 Flying Sea, 2 Maxi, 2 Twin Twisters. Amazing card. Discard 1 card to target up to 2 spell and trap cards on the field, destroy them. That is like, it's like Fairy Wind, but you're not trying to hit everything or burn for damage. You just get rid of everything. It's quick play. I mean, you could play it on your turn as well. Like, if they go Pendulum, if they go Wavering Eyes or something, like, you can just punish them. It gets rid of everything, or it just breaks. It breaks the board. It breaks, you know, it's multiple back row, and that's what's really good about it. 2 spell trap cards on the field, not set, not face up, just on the field. This card itself is just too good. 3 Grand Horn of Heaven to further, you know, hinder the Pendulum decks. You know, both of these are. It just helps you win those matchups against Pendulums. And 3 Iron Wall just to help go well with the Lancias against Infernoids, Kozmos, anything along the lines of that. Extra deck really quick. 1 Dweller, 1 Durandal, 1 Karagorgon, 1 Castell, 1 Pallades, 1 Cyber Dragon Infinity. Yes, this card is out. It's going to be out. Just too good of a card to not to play. At least one of. 1 Cyber Dragon Nova, because you needed to make that. 1 Emerald, 1 Cowboy, 1 Gaia Charger. Just when these cards are out of materials, you need to play it. Plus, it combos well with the Volcasaurus. You make Volcasaurus with the artifacts, and then make Gaia Charger, pop, burn, make Gaia attack. You know the combo. Roach. Roach, I think, is a very important card right now also, because they ruled it that even if you Pendulum Summon it, and if either one of those cards are, you know, level 5 or more, if either one of those cards are level 5 or more, the whole Pendulum Summon gets negated and destroyed. And that's what you want to do. You know, that's how it was ruled, so that's why this card right now, I see it making a little spike in price than it used to have. So it's gonna be good. 1 Diamond, you know, you have to play it. Well as Tolmaias, they all combo well. This and this go hand in hand, just like Nova and Infinity. And then you play 1 Trap Tricks, Rafflesia. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Rafflesia. Just to be able to activate your trap card, your whole cards from deck. You know, you can pull them out your deck, which is really great. And that's what you really want to do. You want to be able to really control the meta game versus these decks, and that's all you got to do. I hope this helps you guys with, you know, your gameplay, as far as maybe even if you don't want to play this deck, you know, everybody wants to play this deck. It's a little ancient, but not everybody wants to play it. But you can use some of the combos I mentioned in the deck and, you know, mix and match and blend them into maybe some decks you've had right now that you feel aren't really keeping up with the meta. You know, you can really mix these cards in and spice them in and make them, you know, manageable to beat the current meta, which is more pendulum based than anything. And that's what you really want to stop. You really want to make sure you have control of the gameplay without having to kill yourself, you know. But that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and as always, you have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's about it. Later, guys.
Please stay connected with me by adding me on all my social networks on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Just copy the link into your search bar and add. Thank you.